other human beings. It's guidance for this shift that we're in right now. And it is real, and it is no longer something that we all just go, one day this is going to happen. It's here. And that's part of being, I would say, being an experiencer is to notice the difference between, oh, I started building a story about being an experiencer versus, hey, remember what we told you and showed you about this? Can you see that you're actually in it now? It's no longer a story.
That's the thing, to be able to be sensitive enough to discern when these shifts come.
Yeah.
Because you and I have been talking about, oh, down the road, this is going to be happening for years. And,
Years.
and it's been happening for years before that. We
Yes.
have each other to talk to.
Yeah.
And, um, and thank God for that constant interaction that we had in the beginning. I mean, constant,
Yes.
multiple times a week sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And it's really honed my ability to be sensitive, not only to be sensitive to the shifts, but notice that something's going on rather than, how you just washing your dishes or whatever like that. You just keep going on. You dismiss it sort of thing.
Yes. Yes.
And because there's no place to, where do you put this, sort of thing. And
Okay. I want to share a dream that came last night because of what you just said,
excellent.
because it relates.
Good. Go for it. I love hearing your dreams. I don't care if it relates or not.
Okay. I found myself in a new restaurant venue and was a part of planning an event. I wasn't sure if I was an employee there or a customer. It wasn't clear. Um, I and another woman were carrying things in for setup. I started to notice anomalies about the environment and the food. Something was off. And I was carrying and setting things down, and I began chatting with the woman friend or coworker helping me. We started making little observational jokes, and it felt nice to have the fun and connection. We saw the same things. Soon, the wife of the husband wife owners stepped out from the back and kind of scolded us in a monotone way. Something like, how could you say these things and possibly know? And then proceeded to defend their business model and establishment. At this point, I figured that I must be an employee because of the way the owner spoke to us. After setup was complete, my friend and I sat at one of the back tables. The owners were there, continuing to talk about how great this new model of business is in their robotic or trying to appear human way. Husband was even smoking a cigarette, but he was performing more than natural with it. They shared they shared samples of their pastries. I tasted one and realized it was fake. I realized everything was fake except for my friend and I. This is why it felt off from the start. Later, my friend and I had to test the presentation features, lights, and sound. We were on a small stage and making quiet little jokes, communicating with our face and eyes around how weird it all was. We thought we were alone, but the owners were in the dark, watching and listening to us. We were told to stop talking and complete the sound test. I remember feeling how lucky I was to have another human who could perceive the fake and call it out in a humorous way. The humor seemed to irritate the owners the most.
That means a lot to me. The stuff that I've been studying just recently, that means a lot to me. And I think that's the interface that um, a certain faction, or whatever, for lack of a better word, I don't like that word, but is trying to continue to impose,
Yes,
and they can't.
because we have humor. Boy, have we laughed.
Yeah, yeah. And we're real, and we know what real is. We know what real feels like, and there's this kind of well, what it feels like now. It's just kind of like I thought the other day, I didn't do it, but I was afraid the other day when I went to go have my taxes done that I would just start laughing because thinking about it just made me just made me feel humorous sitting next to this person who's doing what, with my what? I don't know. And
Oh
I
my
did
God, I'm so with you.
I'm, I'm so glad you
Wait,
are.
what are we doing?
No, yeah. It was I was just thinking, no, I was kind of like talking to myself, no, don't bust out laughing in talking about this. I mean, I didn't relate that, but in talking about this, so thank you for bringing up that dream and this whole conversation. But it's like we know when things are not not right or not real, whatever we know, and our response to it is laughter.
It's laughter. Yeah. And it's not making fun of anyone. It's just seeing
It's
the
that's ridiculous.
absurdity of it all, you
The
know?
absurdity. Yeah, not making fun of it. I mean, God love you for giving, free tax stuff, tax service,
Yeah, right.
but it just seemed so humorous to me.
Oh,
And well, that's the only way I can say it.
okay. So I have to bring us back to a really important point that you made earlier, which is what made me gave me the tap, share the dream. Okay. Because because if it weren't for reflection from others like we're doing right now and we have been doing, you would just be doing the dishes and going, "Huh, oh well."
Right.
And then you would reduce your signal to become more like everybody else. So what the dream was showing me, and it's revealing and re-emphasizing to us, is that we absolutely need this reflection so that we can stay human, do you know?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so that we don't collapse into their fake reality any further than we already have, right?
All right. Further than
Uh,
we have to interact or interface with it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
So I definitely was grateful for the message and just the reinforcement that in so many cases with dreams and downloads and with all the ways that we receive the data we need from the field, we're not getting brand new information most of the time. It's just
Yeah.
remember this, remember that. Yeah,
Affirmation or something, or
yeah.
just it's that reconnecting point. It's a reconnecting
Hmm.
point. It's like we're still connected. You're still, whole or whatever.
Yeah, and we respond by going, "Oh yeah, this, thank you," and it feeds us. Uh, and never, ever, ever, sorry, excuse me, but never fucking knowing where this was going.
Yeah.
Never having the clear instructions or the manual it was just that, okay, when you get to that point, you're going to receive the data you need.
Yes.
And then you'll move forward with that and forward and forward and forward. It isn't, because it isn't linear. The data that we
Good point.
utilize is not linear, so it can't be put in a manual. It's in you. And so accessing that is accessing the manual.
Yeah.